Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Ultimate Masters Draft here on the channel. It's me, NicolaiBolas, getting you ready for your own Ultimate Masters drafts, going through each pick, every play, with detailed analysis so you can be prepared for drafts. Before I do begin talking about the cards, though, I want to remind you that if you enjoy the video, be sure to hit that thumbs up and subscribe to get updates whenever I post new content. It really does help me out a ton, more than you can even realize when you just take that second to hit that thumbs up button. Leave a comment if you have any questions, and be sure to check out my Twitch stream to catch all of the action live. There will be a link to that in the description down below. Now, looking at this pack, Maelstrom Pulse is quite good, but it is a gold card, which means that it has to be significantly better than the next best card. I think the next best card in this pack is likely Wild Mongrel. Wild Mongrel is quite good. If you haven't played with this card, just the threat of activation is huge on Wild Mongrel. Not just the cool pick. I think that Wild Mongrel is actually the correct pick. Wild Mongrel just enables a lot of things. Red-Green Madness, Red-Blue Madness. Maelstrom Pulse is nice, but it is just a removal spell, a 3-mana sorcery speed removal spell. And Wild Mongrel fits into more decks than Maelstrom Pulse. I also am not like a huge fan of black-green. I think that the grindy decks want to be blue, because blue has a lot of the best card draw in the set. So if you're trying to play a grindy deck, which Maelstrom Pulse fits into any black-green deck, obviously, but black-green naturally is going to be pretty grindy, I think. And because of the grindy nature of black-green, I think that you're going to end up with playing longer games. And if you play against the blue deck, a longer game, you're going to lose because you don't have Think Twices and you don't have like Treasure Cruise and stuff. So I feel like you don't want to put yourself in that situation. Wild Mongrel. I also just read an article by Lsv'S. I highly recommend you check out his newsletter for Channel Fireball. I'm not sponsored by them, but I recommend it. It's just kind of fun. And he said that he thinks Blue-Green Madness is the best deck. Looking at this pick, I think it's between Satyr Wayfinder, Hooting Mandrills, and Mad Prophet. Mad Prophet worked kind of nicely with the Wild Mongrel discard idea. Ancestor's Chosen isn't that great. It's just too expensive. Forbidden Alchemy is like a gold card. I think we're going to take the Satyr Wayfinder, as Nami says. Hooting Mandrills is the type of card that you want to make sure you have enablers before you have a Hooting Mandrills. And Mad Prophet moves us into a second color, and it's like not insane. Satyr Wayfinder is quite nice. It works really nicely with graveyard strategies, and I'd be pretty happy to end up with a couple of like graveyard cards. This is a pretty nice pick. Lsv in his article that I read like legitimately half an hour ago, he was talking about in the Blue-Green Madness deck how Frantic Search is a really good card, and Wild Mongrel is the best card. So it's like his pick order was like literally Wild Mongrel, and then I think Frantic Search was like number 2 or 3. So it's definitely a good card in the Blue-Green Madness archetype. It's also just a good card overall. A lot of the time you're going to have spare cards in your hand. You have a lot of ways to get card advantage in blue. I think blue is quite nice for getting card advantage, and so I think Frantic Search is a nice card. So that's the card I'm going to think about first. It's also just a really nice filtering effect. It works nicely with the discard theme of Wild Mongrel. I can start prioritizing Madness cards once I have a couple of discard outlets. Fire Ice is quite nice, but I think you really maximize it in blue-red. I think the red half is good on its own, don't get me wrong, but I don't really want to be playing red-green as much as blue-green. Blue-green just had a little bit more going on for the Madness, I think. So I think I'm going to take Frantic Search over Fire Ice, because the fire part is pretty good on its own. Okie doke, and looks like we're getting a little bit paid off here. The Blue-Green Madness deck might just be perfectly open. Circular Logic is quite nice in decks like this. You can like play your Wild Mongrel and have a 1-mana counterspell up at any time. It doesn't work quite as well with Frantic Search. I do like Just the Wind as well. That's another good way to get value out of your Madness cards. Think Twice is a little bit less necessary in this type of deck, but it's still good. So Just the Wind is the tempo play. Circular Logic is an uncommon though, so I could maybe get Just the Wind easier than Circular Logic. Think Twice is also nice. So I think here, I don't really want to take the Hooting Mandrills yet. I think I can maybe get those a little bit later. So I think I'm going to take Just the Wind or Circular Logic. And I think I'm going to take the Circular Logic. It's just nice to have a cheap counterspell in your Madness deck. And now I will take a Rune Snag. Rune Snag is just a nice card. Counterspell unless they pay 2. A lot of the time, they're tapping out in the early stages of the game. You can get them. We also have the tools to discard it later in the game with our Frantic Search and that type of card. I don't really love foil. Eel Umbra is like not insane. Boar Umbra, just a little bit too like hoots or time a dozen. Nice, yeah, that's kind of true. Walker of the Grove I don't think is very good. Like it's basically a 5-mana 4/4. You're never really paying the 8 mana, and even if you do pay 8 mana, you get like a 7/7 that dies into a 4/4, which isn't insane. We're just gonna take the Rune Snag here. Stitched Drake could be the pick. Another just kind of aggressive card. I don't really like taking Crushing Canopy here. And I'm not really a fan of the 1 toughness guys. So, like, I don't think Arena Athlete, this is just a little bit of a tangent. I don't think Arena Athlete's that good. Yeah, I agree, not me. But this set, the Umbras are interesting. The problem with the Umbras in this set is there's a lot of bounce in blue specifically. So if you play against a blue deck, like, Just the Wind is just a good card in blue. And they put an R on their guy, and it may have Totem Armor, but you just bounce their creature and they get wrecked anyway. I don't think Arena Athlete's very good. I just don't think 1 toughness guys in general are very good in this set. Slum Reaper has been very disappointing. I've always had like a 1/1 and they've just had to sacrifice a real creature. We're just going to take the Stitched Drake. Ruined Halo. Choose a card name. You have protection from the chosen name. Yeah, that doesn't seem very good in limited. So here I could take a Prey Upon to work with some of my creatures. I do have a creature that's a little bit overstatted. Or I could take a Twins of Mauer Estate and maybe transfer into black-blue Madness. That being said, I think Prey Upon's fine. I could end up with some pretty decent creatures, and Wild Mongrel is one of my better cards. Between the Twins and the Prey Upon, I think none of the other cards really justify moving into something else. I'll take the Prey Upon. It also works kind of cool if I get any, what's it called? Any heroic guys, because Prey Upon targets your guy, so that's kind of neat as well. So Grave Scrabbler is the type of card that I think is like perfect for the Madness decks because literally nobody else wants it. So if you're playing like a Black Madness deck, like if I take in the Twins of Mauer Estate and I tried to transfer into like Black-Blue Madness, which I think is a little bit worse because it's hard to get good discard outlets, then Grave Scrabbler is quite nice. Sultai Skullkeeper is good for enabling graveyard things early. It feels Circular Logic, Stitched Drake. That being said, I think I'm just going to take the Dimir Guildmage. It's just a little bit scarier. I think I underrated this card a little bit at the start of the format. And it is kind of scary when you play the Dimir Guildmage, because if you're playing in a control matchup, like against normal matchups, they don't really care, but in a control matchup, it can be pretty relevant. Don't really like Mitotic Slime. Stream of Consciousness is awful. Canker Abomination can be a good sideboard card against the control deck. So 4 mana 6/6 really does pressure them, and I'm not playing black, so I don't really think Ulamog's Crusher is great. So things are looking pretty well here so far. We'll just take, I guess, Defy Gravity. We're not going to play any of those cards. Golgari Brownscale, maybe a card that we want to play. If we need to get some more graveyard synergies. Stitcher's Apprentice isn't bad. This is a fine card. There's a lot of things you can do with it. We'll take an Eel Umbra. One of the cool things is you can just like block and then sacrifice with it, so you can get a free block with it. You can if you have certain decks, you can like steal their creature and then sacrifice it. You can play an evoke creature, and then with the evoke thing on the stack, you can use it. The 4 mana 6/6 is playable with ramp. That's also true. It's kind of cool to ramp into it. I don't know how much, like, there isn't a ton of great ramp. In the set. A turn 3 6/6 in one game and just crushed. Yeah, that sounds like a good place to be. Ooh, Eternal Witness. I like it. What's this do? Targets that you may pay X if you do put X +1/+1 counters on hero. That's kind of scary, but we only have the Prey Upon, so I think I definitely want the Eternal Witness here. Eternal Witness is great. Just good value card. This card is really good as well, but we're not playing white. The Ice Half is probably just playable on its own too, but we're just going to take the Eternal Witness. I like Eternal Witness. Gives my deck a little bit more of a grindy element. Heat Witness is great. And now we get another Wild Mongrel. I think green wasn't super open that first pack. But it wasn't like we were passing tons of late powerhouses. That's always my like metric, is if I feel like I'm passing tons of like late powerhouse cards, like then I'm a little bit worried. But we were passing like best card being Twins of Mauer Estate. So like maybe black was a little bit more open, but we still have good cards. Wild Mongrel's the easy pick for me here. Just pretty much exactly what I want to be doing. Hopefully Think Twice or Satyr Wayfinder comes back. I doubt that they will. I might settle for a Meringue River Prowler. I have green permanents in my deck, so I'll be able to get it back, which is good value. Ooh. This is interesting. Boneyard Worm. I don't have a ton of self-mill, and I actually have cards that like get things back from my graveyard, which could be a little bit of a nombo with this. The other card to consider is Think Twice. I don't really want a second Prey Upon here. Interesting stuff. Think Twice, Prey Upon, or Boneyard Worm. So far, I have 6 creatures, 4 spells. I don't think I'm going to have like a ton of self-mill. If I got another Shadow Wayfinder, I don't think Boneyard Worm is really where I want to be. I think it's I'm just going to take the Think Twice here. Where are all the Basking Root Wallas? Lsv is taking the Basking Root Wallas, not me. We're just going to take Think Twice here. Verdant Eidolon. We don't have we have 1 gold card, so Verdant Eidolon's not going to be the greatest, I don't think. Here, it's between Meringue River Prowler for me and Boneyard Worm. I don't love the River Prowler. It's just a little bit small. So I think we are just going to take the Boneyard Worm now. Yeah, we can always discard it if we don't need it. Travel Prep. Now that's a scary card. Where are the Basking Root Wallas? I really hope to see some Basking Root Wallas. Ether Snipe's nice, so we'll take that for sure. Not really an unstable mutation deck. That's a little bit too all-in, and nothing else is really in our colors. Let's see. What's this do? Target creature with flying. So that's a pretty good sideboard card. I don't really want another brown scale, so I guess we'll just take the Stinker Fling Spider over the Crushing Canopy. I just like this guy a little bit better. It's because it's a creature. There's a Root Walla. We're definitely taking the Root Walla. Dark Depths is kind of cool, but we're definitely not like playing Dark Depths. Basking Root Walla is just really nice. Works nicely with the Wild Mongrels. Just a free Madness card. Spider Spawning is, like, we're not going to be playing that. It's kind of cool, but at the same time, I just don't think it's as good as the stuff that we're going to be doing. And Hooting Mandrills fits pretty nicely. I think we're going to take it over the Skull Keeper. Let's sort by curve here. So yeah, we have a lot of 2-drops already. And we can probably pick up a Skull Keeper later. Spider Umbra is not a card I'm super happy to play. I just think there's too many ways to punish it. We're just going to take the Hooting Mandrills here. Getting our Delve on. Now we'll take a foil. Maybe we want to counterspell for certain matchups. So it's definitely a different type of deck than we have been playing, which is cool. Take the Vessel, because like technically playable Graveyard Hate. We want to make sure we're staying aggressive. And there's the Crushing Canopy for our sideboard. Our curve is looking quite nice. Quite nice. The reason we want a Crushing Canopy is because it's just a nice way to, like, if they have a couple flyers, bringing in a couple of anti-flyers cards, or if they have a really good enchantment, we just want to have some way to deal with it. Eternal Witness is a nice card to go with Crushing Canopy because if we mill it over, we can get it back. In that way, Eternal Witness works pretty well with just graveyard cards in general. I don't think we really need a Treasure. I think Treasure Cruise is good in this deck, but if we played Treasure Cruise, we would cut the Hooting Mandrills. There's another Crushing Canopy. I don't know how many we would side in, but it really just depends on the matchup. Just need to become immense. You don't want to overstack yourself. A Mirror Servitor is horrific. We're going to take Verdant Eidolon. We don't have really any gold cards, but it's better than the Mirror Servitor. Like, even if you have 10 Mirror Servitors, it's just not very good, I don't think. Maybe if you had 10, it would be good. Because you'd have an army of 1/1s that you can just attack with every turn. But I don't think it's great. Third pack. Glenelender Archmage. 4-mana 2/2 flying, can counter non-creature spells. That's pretty effective. The only other cards that are in our colors are Slippery Boggle, which is Boggle, however you want to say it. It's not going to work for us. And Wickerbow Elder, which is quite good. I do like Wickerbow Elder, but I think Glenelender is just a little bit better. So we're going to take the Glenelender. It's just a nice way to protect our guys. It's a flyer, so it can get in for damage. And overall, it's just a very good card. Snake Umbra. Wow, Snake Umbra is great. it can just snowball out of control. Like, this is a number that I think I can get behind as just a powerful card. That being said, there's also Adjust the Wind, which works nicely with our Wild Mongrels. It's also unlikely to wheel. We're going to take the Snake Umbra. I think we can do good work with the Snake Umbra. It just lets us snowball the game out of control a lot better than some of the other cards that we could take. Because if we get a Snake Umbra down early, then we can just win the game off of that. And some decks are going to have a really hard time killing our guy, regardless. And if we put it on a Wild Mongrel, they basically can't kill our guy. So that's really good. I think we're going to take a second Rune Snag over a Dreamscape Artist. I really don't love Dreamscape Artist. We're not really looking to ramp in this deck. And we already have enough discard outlets with our couple Wild Mongrels and our Frantic Search. We just need more cards that have like Madness on them. We only have 2 Madness cards, which we could have more, but I think we've been taking pretty good cards over them. So Rune Snag's just a nice one. And tricky. I don't think we really need Deranged Assistant as much in this deck. I think we'd rather take something like a Think Twice, just to keep us fueled. So it's between Sultai Skullkeeper for me and Think Twice, because our mana is, we don't really use a ton of mana in this deck. I guess Deranged Assistant helps us get our Hooting Mandrills down early. I think I might just rather have Think Twice, though. I'm just going to take the Think Twice over it. Give me a little bit more power. And another Wild Mongrel over an Urban Evolution. Urban Evolution's a fine card. Just 5 mana, draw 3. But we would rather just have, like, we've already kind of committed to having a bunch of aggressive creatures, so we're just going to keep up with the Wild Mongrels. Emrakul the Aeon's Torn. Yeah, a little bit expensive for us. We're just going to keep taking Wild Mongrels. 4 Wild Mongrels is quite good. And another Basking Root Wallow. That's a really good pickup. I'm really happy to see that. Wow, that really shaped up. Pretty much when you're playing a Wild Mongrel deck, you take Wild Mongrel over everything. And then if you don't take a Wild Mongrel, you just take a Madness card. So, yeah, that's pretty much how you go through it. We'll take another Spider. We already have 3 Crushing Canopies. Hopefully, Just the Wind comes back. I'm not super hopeful because, I mean, it's a pretty good card. But I'm pretty happy I took the Snake Umbra over it, though. Because putting a Snake Umbra onto a Wild Mongrel is great. It's just incredible. I'm not really hoping to play this Boneyard Worm. I could see playing a Canker Abomination. Maybe an Eel Umbra. Wickertooth Elder's a nice one, though. Pretty happy to see that. That's the main deck artifact hate. That was the pack that had Just the Window, so we're not going to get too many of them, but we have a decent amount. We have 3 counter spells, which is nice. Hopefully we can put those to good use. We could play a Stinger Fling Spider. Don't really want to play an Eel Umbra, but we could. We could even play a Golgari Brown Scale, but that's not the best. We'll take another foil, I guess. We have an interesting deck for sure. I think it's going to be pretty good, though. I think the Think Twices are going to be nice. Keep our hand relatively full. We have a lot of instants. We actually have like 5 instants. Spider Umbra or Walker of the Grove. Or Flight of Fancy, to be quite honest. We could take a Flight of Fancy, though I don't really want it. I think we already have enough going on. I think we'll take the Spider Umbra for the sideboard. There's certain decks where it's going to be really good. Walker of the Grove is pretty bad. Sultai Skullkeeper, I'm pretty happy to see that. I'm actually going to play that for sure. I have a decent amount of self-mill synergies. So pretty happy to see a Sultai Skullkeeper. I don't really... Groundskeeper works with the Wild Mongrel, but it's not like what I want to be doing with Wild Mongrel, if that makes sense. It's like you're just getting the extra lands, and Sultai Skullkeeper is just a card that I can play early and be pretty confident that it's going to work out. Because like a lot of the time, like if I'm paying 2 mana to draw back a land, it's not going to be the greatest. I don't really want to play Unstable Mutation. Whew. So basically our deck is pretty great, I think. Probably want to run 17 lands in this deck. I could probably get away with no, I don't really want to run 18 lands in this deck, or 16. I have played some Pauper recently, not me. I actually made a YouTube video playing Pauper Affinity on my channel, which is kind of fun. Group creatures separately. What do I want to cut? I could cut a Wickerbow Elder, though I kind of like it. Just a useful card. I'll cut it, though. I'm not too proud to cut it. All my 2-drops are pretty nice. Boneyard Worm is actually going to do good work in this deck, I think. Demir Guildmage could be nice. And then my counter spells, my non-creature spells are staying, for sure. Sort by color, but we're definitely running one more forest because of just all of our 2-drops are green. Definitely not running any black. Gonna run 9/8. We don't really have any. We only have like our double green card is at 3 mana, and we do have a lot of blue 2-drops. So yeah, we could run a Canker Abomination. That wouldn't be horrific. Take a 4-mana 4/4 a lot of the time if you play it on curve. It peters off, but what would we cut for it? I could see cutting the 2 Rune Snags for Canker Abomination and Wickerbow Elder, and then changing them with the sideboard. Let's do that. Gives me some more creatures. Huh. Is that better? It feels a little bit better to me. Thank you so much, Chaos Kid, for the follow and for the subscription. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for sharing that to Twitch Prime. Yeah, I think I'm going to sideboard the counters. I'd rather just have creatures in the deck that are pretty proactive. Yep, we are going to run it like this. Maybe I'll run 1 Rune Snag over this guy, because I really don't want to run this guy if he doesn't have targets for it. So I'll run 1 Rune Snag. So this is going to be the deck. We already have the lands in there. Save this, and I hope you'll stay with me for the matches. Hello, 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 everybody, and welcome to round 1 with Blue-Green Madness, the deck that Lsv'S says is the best in the format. Let's see if he's right. We're going to keep this hand. We don't have a Basking Root Wallet for the True Dream, but we're going to have Wild Mongrel in a lot of our opening hands, and it's going to be pretty good. Playing against a white deck. I like our matchup. Play the Forest, and pass the turn. Circular Logic is going to be pretty good. 1 mana counterspell. White-green. So this might be a good matchup for Wickerbow. Play the Island and the Wild Mongrel. So we could go a little bit all in here if we draw an Island, discard the Boneyard Worm to Wild Mongrel, and play our Stitch Drake. Unfortunately, that is not going to be an option to us. So we are just going to attack. Play a land and pass. We can discard a land and counter a spell with Circular Logic if we want. Hero of Lena Tower does not seem very good to me. You cannot achieve greatness if its seed has not already been planted in your heart. The reason it doesn't seem great to me is it seems a little bit too all-in. It feels like cards that are useless without Heroic just seem much worse to me than the cards that are like already fine. Like the 3-mana 2/2 flyer is like already a fine card, but if you have Heroic, it gets like better. Whereas this card is like completely useless, if you don't have heroic, and then it gets a little bit better. Conviction is definitely brutal. I just want to counter it. We're going to discard Boneyard Worm. It's not going to be good this game. We're going to make him blue, and then we're going to circular logic that. Conviction is just going to be eventually like really annoying with all the stuff he has going. And now we have discarded our Boneyard Worm. The reason we discarded the Boneyard Worm was so if we draw the island, we can get that Stitch Drake rolling. As we're going to think twice. Play island. Play Mongrel number 2. Combat 2. So we're in pretty good shape here. 2 wild mongrels is nice. This Stitch Drake is going to give us a lot more pressure as well. Our opponent is mana screwed. Okay, so we will go to combat. Attack. He blocks. Sure. So it's going to be +4/+4. We are going to discard all of our lands to keep our guys safe. Our opponent is mana screwed, so we just want as much pressure as we can. We do have this Think Twice to help us refill a little bit. We have 7 power on the board, so we have them on a 2-turn clock. That's why we kept all of our cards in hand. Definitely not going to play the island. We don't really need lands in this deck. After, like... Okay. Yeah, we'll play it. Get that extra pressure down. The way that the mongrel colors matter is usually with like Shriekmaw. So the color actually does matter a little bit. Because it says like kill a non-black creature. And Shriekmaw. Oh gosh, opponent's hitting the land drops now. Okay, that's annoying. And gonna probably kill me. I'm just gonna keep letting my mongrels go wide. Eventually I'll just stack up my hands so that like my mongrels are basically like lethal phalanx leader. Okay. That's a good combo with persist. There's also fear and intimidate. Good point. Cannon law. How did I misplay this game? Was dumping all my stuff to save the wild mongrel worth it? I mean, I don't even have a use for the lands. I think it's just a rough draw. I mean, in this hand I had 3 lands that I discarded, so I've already drawn like over half of my lands. So if I attack with everything and he has nothing, he goes block, block. This is 7 only. I'll just pass. What are you watching, Intensify? This is a Ultimate Masters draft. We're playing Blue-Green Madness. Yeah, that's really bad. That's real bad. Repel the Darkness, looking pretty good in that deck. I wish I was drawing spells. You know what would be nice would be Glenalendra. That'd be really nice. I would slam that card so hard. Hey, you should kill the Faith Fetters, buddy. Ain't no forest wide enough to keep me from drawing you. The opponent's also mana flooded, so that's at least some relief. Heck yeah! Basking Root Wall gonna get you. We're gonna save it, though. We don't need it right now. They still get a counter from Heroic? Yeah, when they target their own guy. That's why it's pretty cool. Yeah, definitely. Listen, baby. Ain't no mongrel wide. The mistake this game was drawing 8 million lands. So if I attacked with everything, he blocks all of my mongrels. And I can kill this guy and this guy. If he doesn't block a mongrel. I'm going to pass. And then I'll play my Brute Wall end a turn. Tutmost High Priest. Oh no. All my hopes and dreams. Discard that guy. Little does my opponent know that I have a masterfully planned hand. Just showing the power of this mongrel's blue. Yes! Heck yeah. Is it worth it to just play the extra island? I don't think so. Opponent doesn't have that many good non-creature spells. And the extra island in my hand is pretty important to keep my mongrels scary. This flyer is going to do good work, though. Going to just kill him, so don't really want to have to use it. Oh, yes. You know it, boys. I'm drawing 1-drops. I have... all these lands are combat tricks, exactly. And they can go on any of these mongrels. Not just one of them. Any of them. Oh, poor opponent. One day you will have cool rares like Glenalendra. Yeah, we'll counter that. Comes back. Counters it. Slows our clock down a little. Not very nice of you, opponent. We'll give this guy a chance at being blue. You can be blue today, too. Okay, so now I think we can alpha strike him and kill him. If we attack with everything, discard our hand. So he goes, blocks the 4 mongrels. The 3 mongrels. I know it has text. That's what I'm thinking. If I double pump, I'll still have a blue up for Glenalendra. He blocks 3 mongrels and a Root Walla. And he'll take 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm just worried he has like a pump spell for Phalanx Leader in his hand. And it's just a cast trigger, so he's still going to get to put the counters on his guy. I'm thinking I'm just going to attack with Glenalendra. And then I'll draw 2 cards with Think Twice. Sure. I'll let that happen. He's removing a blocker from the equation, which is good for me. Okay, he has another one. Sure. definitely. Ooh, heck yes. Oh, yes. Play this. Now we have to go for it, I think. So this is putting him to 6, and then he has 1, 2. If I wait, I get to add a 4/4 to my board. But he's just going to attack me with these two guys. I think I have to go for it. So it's some time for some math. How do I want to use this prey pawn? I want to use the prey pawn, have mana up for my Basking Root Wallace, and then discard my entire hand to a thingy, I think. But then if I math is for blockers, no, that's not true at all. Not true at all. So I want to kind of have a forest available to use my Hooting Mandrills. So I have 1 extra blocker. He has to block all of my Wild Mongrels. So he'll go block, 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 block there. Take 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I want to kill a blocker before combat, so he can't do that. So I want to target my Stitch Drake to fight his Phalanx Leader. No, I'll target a Wild Mongrel to fight his Phalanx Leader. Discard a card, but then my Wild Mongrels aren't going to be lethal. That's what I was thinking if I fight with my Dead Flyer. But if I fight with my Dead Flyer and he has a Pump Spell for his Phalanx Leader, he gets to use the Pump Spell. I guess I can sacrifice my Glenelendra then. And still have lethal. Definitely fighting the Phalanx Leader. Definitely countering that. He still pumps his team, but it'll kill this Phalanx Leader. Kill one of the other blockers. Why would I do that? Now I go to combat. He has to block all of my Wild Mongrels, and he's dead. I think. Only once each turn, not only at sorcery speed. If he has another combat trick for the Tetmos High Priest, then I'm screwed, but... Boom! Got the W. See, that's why you do some complicated math, folks. That's why you do the math. Okay, that worked out. So against white-green, definitely bringing in Wickerbow Elder, because it can kill an artifact or an enchantment. And we definitely saw those Faith Fetters. We're going to bring in Crushing Canopy. Going to take out Snake Umbra. Because the only removal spell we saw doesn't care about Snake Umbra. Kind of want to bring in this other Rune Snag. Am I still in school? I am still in school, Intensify. I kind of want this Rune Snag. Canker Abomination seems a little bit weak. TNT40X. Welcome. I definitely don't want this Snake Umbra against Faith Fetters. Definitely don't want the Canker Abomination against all of his creatures, because I don't really have great removal. Definitely want Wickerbow Elder. Oh, welcome. That's cool. So what have I bordered in already? I've bordered in this guy and a Crushing Canopy. Yeah, that's good. Let's just run it like this. Gotta get your Bolas on. That is true. The daily dose of Bolas. Rune Snag, yeah, it doesn't seem as good. I'm just gonna run it like this. That was a weird game. We drew all of our lands and we still won. Oh, baby, this hand is great. Keeping it. As you would say, we are sneeping this hand. Wild Mongrel. Frantic Search. I think we're going to hold the Basking Root Wallace so we can discard to Frantic Search. On turn 2 will rune snag his 3-drops. You need me to crush people so your friends will be impressed? Okay, safe hold elite we are fine with. It's going to be cool. We can ambush it using our frantic search, which is pretty cool. We can frantic search, get our basking root wall in play, and then pump the basking root wall to kill this guy. Thank you so much, TNT40X, for the subscription and the follow. I really appreciate it. Hey. Yeah, Phalanx Leader not happening. Thank you, I really appreciate it. Okay. Play the island. And pass the turn. It is going to be very pretty when we do this cool combo. Frantic Search. Discard Basking Root Walla and a island. Untap 3 lands. Madness? Madness, you say? I would love to cast this for free. Okay. That way I just get to play my Think Twice now. I'll draw a card, no big deal. Play my Glenalendra, get to combat, attack him for 1. Everyone loves the backwards hat. I mean, I try to be fashionable, you know. It's all the rage these days in Paris, I've heard. You never know. I mean, eventually I'll get lucky and it'll come back into fashion if it was ever out of fashion. Definitely not going to trade off my Glenalendra for this bad 2-drop. All 5 people are watching on a big screen. Now I'm just nervous. Ooh, a Basking Root Walla. Oh, so much value. I will go to combat. Basking Root Walla getting in there. Okay, that's acceptable. Flashback Think Twice. That's not great. Another Root Walla. And pass. This double striker's a problem. Luckily we have this Glenalendra so we can counter a buff spell he would want to put on it. But it's still scary. Taking 4/6, we're going to go to 8. We don't want to get this Stitch Strike out, so maybe we were supposed to trade, like, chump with this Root Walla. Hero of Lina Tower, sure. Sure, we'll counter it. It's going to die either way. Maybe that was actually really bad. Oh yeah, that was really bad. He's going to get to do it anyway. Now he can play his Conviction. Oh no, he's just going to make his guy huge. Okay. Boneyard Worm. Okay, that's a horrific card here. So we're just going to land, Eternal Witness, back our Frantic Search. Try to find something good. Frantic Search. Discard Boneyard Worm and Forest. Untap 3 lands. Boneyard Worm has been very disappointing. And pass. Next turn, we'll deploy our Mongrel and have mana to spend. Ugh, tapping out of our Glenolendra. It was necessary, but feels bad anyway. Chump. What is the use of Wild Mongrel? It's a discard outlet, and it's just a really good creature. Block. So we go to 4 here. The Wild Mongrel color change can be used against like certain like effects. There's like just a couple things. Oh, he has Wild Mongrel too. Oh yeah, we're dead this game. We're so dead. This game just didn't work out the way we wanted it to. Yikes. I feel like there wasn't really a ton we could do though. It's just the way the cards lined up. Yeah, then we're dead to the flyer. He has 5 mana, we have 6 in our graveyard, so I guess we can... Do we even show him Circular Logic? Yeah, I guess we do. We'll counter this. Thank you, Undisputed Pain. I'm glad you enjoy it. Welcome. Oh, right, I have a Wild Mongrel. Oops. I totally forgot I had that because I just played it. Yeah, I'm dead either way, but... It would have been a 3-3. Yeah, we're dead. I'm just going to concede. Actually, I'll just see my next draw step. Yeah, we're dead. Okay. Okay, that was a little bit unlucky. This game 3, though, we'll crush him. Rune Snag in. On the play, I think I want the Snake Umbra. It's going to be good. Also, another Crushing Canopy would be nice. Now that we know there's that 5-drop. Maybe I'll just cut the Rune Snags. They don't seem all that relevant, especially in the late game. Then we'll cut the Boneyard Worm. It's just been horrific. We have a pretty good sideboard for this matchup. Oh, baby, we did it. This is the dream start, guys. Wild Mongrel into Basking Rootwalla. Keep. Read it and weep. And we have a Crushing Canopy for all the perfect sideboard tech. And a Satyr Wayfinder is going to be good. Oh, yes. This is where I like to be. Discard the Basking Rootwalla. Get in for that extra point of damage. No! Oh my gosh. I am so mad right now. Holy no! Oh my god. Hello, 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 everybody, and welcome to a bit of an aside. You may be wondering, why did I pause the video? Basically, I lost the match because of this misclick. It was really sad and a little bit frustrating. I watched the game back, and had I cast the Basking Rootwalla, it would have gotten in for a significant amount of damage, around 6 to 8 damage, and I would have won the game because of that damage. The game was pretty scripted, so it was pretty clear that the Rootwalla was going to be the difference maker in this match. I tried my best to provide high quality content on the channel. Sometimes misclicks do happen when I am playing on Magic Online. It's something I'm definitely working on, but I don't really want to show you the rest of this game because it's just kind of frustrating to watch. and it's basically me shooting myself in the foot, and it's a mistake that you're not going to make in your paper matches at your FNM because you're not going to have this misclick problem. You're just going to go discard root wallet, cast root wallet, that type of thing. I don't mind showing you mistakes. It's really important to learn how to battle back from mistakes, but this one was just quite frustrating, and the rest of the match is really not as fun to watch because of the mistake that just kind of crippled my game plan here. Anyway, that is going to do it for this aside. I hope you continue watching the next match, and I will see you later. Hello, everybody, and welcome to round 2 with our Blue-Green Madness deck, trying to redeem ourselves after that pretty horrific loss. So on paper, my win rate is 500%. Yeah, exactly. You read my mind like an open book. We have a pretty solid hand. Sultai Skullkeeper into a counterspell into Glenalendra. 8,000%. Too much. It's too big to count. And slight change of plan. Wild Mongrel coming down before the Skullkeeper. Then I can play Skullkeeper and Circular Logic on the same turn. Okay. I respect it. Play Island. Combat. Attack. Skullkeeper. Think twice into the graveyard is pretty nice. Slow and steady wins the race. I should literally just take 10 seconds before every click. I always have time on the clock at the end. Okay, this signals a spell to me. The 1/1s are actually kind of annoying. Let's do it. Okay. Got it. We did it, boys. We cast a madness spell successfully. I'm always worried. I literally never know how the clicks work, so I always suspect that I'm going to get screwed in some way on Magic Online. Combat attack. Land Glenalendra. Pass turn. It's good to get the Glenalendra down as early as I can. It's funny, I lose more games to Magic Online now than I did when I was learning how to play Magic Online. True story. Because I'm counting that last game up to a Magic Online loss, essentially. That was incredibly odd. Okay. Weird. He doesn't seem to realize that I have Glenalendra as a counterspell for whatever he's casting here. I'll bet you he has a Frantic Search. Oh. Or he's just bad. I always assume my opponent's good. But Defy Gravity is not a good card. Okay, we're going to be smart about this. Tap double green. Thank you, Dex. Definitely learning the slow and steady wins the race idea. And going to keep this thing twice in my hand. I mean, this forest in my hand. He pings me again. We're holding up double Glenalendra activation. Generally a good assumption. I agree, Chaos Kid. Ooh. Yeah, I still don't want to deal with that, bud. Still not down. I don't think Molten Rebirth is particularly good, but it's kind of annoying here. It just gives him a ton of time to find whatever he needs, and I still have one counterspell charge left in it. Ether Snipe. That could be good. Combat. Attack. Let's go. This Sultai Skullkeeper has not done much work this game. Let's be real. Not the greatest. 2, 4, 5. Always check for lethal. 6, 7, 8, 9. Nope, not lethal. Whoa, is he going to defy gravity? Get me for that extra damage? You never know. The world is a crazy place. We're definitely just going to cast the thing twice from our graveyard, hold up the blue for the Glenalendra. Opponent has done basically nothing this game because we just countered all this stuff. Sometimes it works like that. Thermal Alchemist always does the work as a blocker. He is my hero. Look at this guy. He doesn't even have arms. And he's still blocking. Madness can't touch a mind ignited by genius. I beg to differ. I was pretty mad at the plays that just happened. You can make whatever assumptions you want from that. Ooh. Oh, baby. We're going to have to counter that, buddy. Just saying. It's going to kill our guy anyway. So, going to just counter it. What say you? Oh, another thermo. Another thermo, baby. Okay. You enjoy that humor, Dex Lord? I'm glad you enjoy the humor. Let's get that card draw rolling. Ah, Frantic Search. My old friend. Attack. I play the land because I can cast the thing twice and flash it back. For the cards anyway. I like how my opponent has got me at 13 without even attacking me. So my opponent is willing to take 4 damage. Discard. Blue. Discard. Blue. Discard. Blue. That is 7 damage. Concedes! Yes! Victory. I just hope he doesn't have burn spells. He didn't have mana up to cast a burn spells, K. Francis. No manas. Okay, so against red-blue, he probably has bounce spells, which makes Snake Umbra a little bit worse, but Snake Umbra is still probably going to be fine in the matchup overall, I'd say. I kind of want Eel Umbra, not going to lie. Could be kind of sick. Though, Sultai Skullkeeper gets blanked by... I'm probably just going to side out the Skullkeeper for a Rune Snag. And try it like this. McKenna says hello. Hello, McKenna. Dexlord misspelled my name, but I'm not going to blame you for that. I'm just kidding, Dexlord. I mean, I'm not kidding that you misspelled my name, but I don't really care that much. Only in my soul. Depths of my soul. I mean, it's only a name, right? Just the essence of my being. You know? Happens. Guess some people just don't care about that type of thing anymore. Hurts me. I'm going to keep his hand. Think twice is nice. It's just going to be a pretty smooth deployment, I think. And Glenalendra is obviously bestial against their deck. Oh gosh. Drunk viewer in the chat. Get well soon, I guess. What? What? I did not know that was a side effect. I accept your apology. Oh gosh. This is going to be rough. This is going to be a rough thermo game. Wild Mongrel. Mandrills. Acceptable. It's a fine draw. It'll be good eventually. This Thermo Alchemist is literally going to kill me. Oh, basically drafted my deck from yesterday. And he's got a meringue. I don't know why they called it meringue. This guy knows his value. That F6 value. Oh yes, Rune Snag, baby. I am the bee's knees. I appreciate it. I really do. Pinging me, oh no. Think twice can be allowed. I'm getting beaten down by the blue-red spells deck. That's so sad. That's what happens. Oh no. Oh no. Oh dear. Things are not looking good. All the way down to 15 life already. This guy only has 4 cards in his hand, but still doesn't make me feel any better. Oh my gosh. If he casts another Faithless Looting, I swear. Lava Spike. Yeah, I'm going to counter that. I'm falling a little bit low on life. Also, I want to get cards in my graveyard for my Hooting Mandrills. He only has 2 cards left, so... Yeah, I'd be at 10 life if that thing had resolved. Okay. So I can play a 4/4, or I can play my Glenalendra. This is unblockable. I'll use my Ether Snipe eventually on it. Let's go play Canker Abomination. Glenalendra is better when you have mana up anyway. Yield until next end step. Yield until next end step. We are yielding, which means we don't have any responses. Oh yeah, that's really bad for us. Means we just die a little bit faster. Ooh, Rootwalla. No discard outlets, but a Rootwalla is a Rootwalla, as they say. Hopefully we can draw a land to Ether Snipe. But now we do have a counter up. And we have a little bit of a clock. Some semblance of pressure. What's my opinion on Nicolas Cage? I like a lot of Nicolas Cage movies. He's been in some good ones. So he's doing 4 to me a turn. I'm probably dead in 2 turns. The K's into C's joke. Still going on in Twitch chat. I love Twitch chat. Sometimes they just latch on to the strangest things and you're just like, why Twitch chat? Why are you taking our Christmas tree? Ah, you see, there's a light on the side that doesn't shine properly. I'm taking it to my workshop. At least that's what Santa would say. I mean, the Grinch. Ooh. National treasure. Easy. Easy. You like bees. Bees have a lot going for them. We're just going to use our cheap Ether Snipe to bounce the meringue. Get meringue out of here. And then we'll cast our Hooting Mandrills. This was just in case he had like a counter spell. That way I could use my Glenalendra. Hopefully he just has literally nothing. That'd be nice. Oh, of course. Oh, okay. Yep. That's basically literally nothing. The meringue can't kill me. Ah! I think I'm going to have to... Maybe I have to Basking Root Walla. No, I'm just going to go for the Mandrills. I have to. It's just, I need a creature so that I can present lethal next turn. And then I need to draw an answer, like my Prey Pawn, to the Meringue. Because the Meringue is going to do 3 damage. Thermo Alchemist basically probably kills me here. I'm probably just dead to Thermo. Please just cast Meringue. Give me a chance. Oh no, it's much worse than Meringue. It's Molten Rebirth. Lose the coin flip. Give me that coin flip. At least. Nope, he won the coin flip. The lucky, lucky man. What is it like, opponent? Living in a world where you just win your coin flips so effortlessly. Ugh. Kind of wishing. Let's go with this. Think twice first. See what it nets us. Not much. Let's think twice again. Play that. Go to combat. Attack. This thing's going to kill us thanks to these elementals. Elementals. What is it like to win your coin flip so effortlessly? We're going to concede. Stupid raid bombardment. His deck isn't even good. We're losing to Jank. Ah! Oh, man. I'm sick of it. We're going to win this game. And it's going to be great. Ugh. Workerbow Elder kills the enchantment that he had. I'll bring it in over Canker Abomination. Actually, over Boneyard Worm. Boneyard Worm's pretty bad. Wickerbow Elder is just passable, but like if it ever does snipe the guy, it's just gonna win me the game. So pretty nice to have. I would like to play first, and this is a great hand. This is the dream hand actually. Wild Mongrel into Snake Umbra with counterspell backup, kind of. Also, we're gonna draw Basking Root Walla, and we're gonna do it correctly. That is how we learn. I make the mistakes on stream, so you don't have to. Also, it's not the type of mistake that you would ever make because it's basically impossible to do. It just takes an elite athlete to elite Magic player to make this type of mistake. Okay, you're Thermo Alchemist. I pity you. Sometimes you just gotta go for it. Does it have flash? No, it doesn't. We're just gonna get that card right away. Unless he jumps with Thermo Alchemist, which is like getting a card. Oh, yes. I would like to draw a card. I'm going to click the yes button. This is a good place to be. If he doesn't kill it this turn, we just win the game. Thermo Alchemist. He didn't kill it. We've done it, boys. We've done it. Yes. The Wild Mongrel. Too good. Too strong. Now that we have... Ooh. Ooh. Going to attack first. See what I draw. If I draw some measly creature, I may get rid of it to deploy this Stitched Drake. I might just get rid of this Wild Mongrel. Wild Mongrel's really good, so I hope to draw another creature here. I'm going to remember to click yes. Ugh. Fine. I'll play Wild Mongrel. Just like you wanted. This is what I like to see! Thermo Alchemist is so good. It's stupidly good. Oh no. The stupid coin flip card would actually be really annoying. No. No! I'm actually going to get rid of it. I don't know. I really don't. No, 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 no. I want to discard cards in response. Ah! There we go. Oh my gosh. Magic Online. Like an IHOP stack of pancakes. Yeah, I guess. Except not as sweet. This is actually absurd. I'm losing to Defy Gravity, which is basically 1 mana shock your face, thanks to him just drawing his 2 Alchemists. I wonder how many Alchemists he has. Maybe if it's not 1 mana, it's like deal 4, I guess. But I'm literally not going to draw a spell this entire game. I can feel it. Actually, that's a good spell. That's a card. Let's attack. Magic Online scares me sometimes. Like, ugh. Lack of communication. There we go. Of course it's Eternal Witness, so don't even want to discard it. I'm actually going to... E-Witness back my Circular Logic. Taking 2, I'm down to 13. 4, down to 11. No, the reason I was considering not casting Inami is because I was going to discard it so I could cast my Stitch Drake. Because I might not have time. Why would I not use Eternal Witness's ability? Why is that there? It's literally there just so I can misclick. The evil of the magic gods. Holy smokes. Complete evil. Not going to cast my thing twice. I want to hold up Circular Logic. So that's not happening, buddy. That's 3 cards in the graveyard. Discard that card. Make it blue. Discard. Circular Logic. Madness on Magic Online is just awful. He's hoping I'm going to make a misclick. He knows how tricky it can be. Keep in mind that I'm at a functional 2 less life because of Defy Gravity. He probably has a second one. Lucky devil. Should have played the Stitch Drake. Oh no, it's just a thing twice. Am I just going to die? I feel like I'm just going to die. Oh, he has to block one of them. That's really good for me. I hadn't even drawn for my turn yet. I'm not dead at all. I'm going to win. He has to block one of these guys. Because if he doesn't block him, I can just discard my hand. And he's dead. So he'll block one on Eternal Witness. He'll probably block that one, yep. Yeah, playing against blue-red is a lot less fun than playing as blue-red, I will say. Killed that guy. Let's go. Whew. He missed some damage. He didn't use his Defy Gravity. I shouldn't have attacked with Eternal Witness. Just gives him needless out. Welcome, Hamani7. I'm just gonna draft some UMA while it's around, I think, a little bit. I'm enjoying it, and yeah, basically just enjoying it. Oh gosh. If he finds Lava Spike and I die to the Lava Spike, I'm gonna be so sad. And all because I didn't, and all because, I don't know, maybe the Eternal Witness play was fine. Getting back the counter was nice. The problem with the fun decks is they're not as popular, Hamani. I'm not sure a lot of people like the fun decks. Just the random stuff I do. Oh my gosh, he's not even going to attack me. He's a coward. There goes Molten Birth. Oh gosh. Does he have Lightning Lava Spike? He's digging for it. He's frickin' digging for it. Ah! Ah! Or another Fire Ice would kill me. Oh my gosh. Yes! We got there! We're alive! Ah! Unless he has Mountain and Lava Spike. I feel like you Faithless Looting there instead of whatever he did. We're alive! Yes! Yes! We did it! We got the win! Oh man, redemption run from the last game. Oh man. Feels good, man. Hopefully you enjoyed that one. A very close match, and I will see you in the finals. Hello, 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 everybody, and welcome to round 3, the finals. Today we are playing with our blue-green madness deck, trying to get that elusive 2-1 record. It's basically a 3-0 because the first round was a sham, but it's forest plus land plus mongrel equals easy keep. We also have Eternal Witness for the pure value plays. Just getting back mongrel if it happens to die. The first round was, I mean, what I said when I was off recording, but I said it to my stream, so I'll just say it again, I guess, is I may lose some matches just clicking too fast, but I probably save, in the long run, hours of my life just by playing faster. So it's probably worth it in the long run, just in terms of EV. It's obviously quite painful when it happens, but not sure if it's actually bad. Oh, blue-white. Ooh, deranged assistant. That's going to die to a Prey Upon, probably. Especially because I can get back Prey Upon. Mongrel? Ah, my good friend Mongrel. I see you have met Mongrel. Mongrel. It teaches you to play dead. I don't understand, but I think it's funny. I don't know. It's just a weird flavor text. Mills Frantic Search. Okay. Okay. And Prey Upon. Mongrel. Mongrel. We're going to draw a card in case we draw Basking Root Wallow. No such luck. I guess I'm just never lucky. Such is life. I'm wondering how much of my hand it would be wise. I don't think it's wise to discard my hand to Hooting Mandrills here. Combat. Attack. Island. Glenalendra. Let's see what you've got a rune snag. If he has a rune snag, then he has a rune snag. The reason I'm casting it is because he could just have a think twice. There's like a decent number of instants he could have, and I'm not just going to play scared. Playing scared is a good way to lose matches of Magic. And if I resolve Glenalendra, then I'm in just great shape, and I can't lose. Oh, man. I wonder how many matches of Magic I win to people misclicking. There's probably some number. I probably lose more than I win, but at the same time, you never know. Opponents have definitely done questionable things against me. The new Eternal Witness has a leopard made of leaves. She remembers every word spoken from the hero's oath to the baby's cry. Oh, deranged assistant, come back to me. You have been missed. That's why they just milled and did nothing. They were trying to hit something big. Oh, that's funny, funny, funny stuff. Oh my gosh. That's actually hysterical. So we're going to go land. Eternal Witness back to prey upon. Okay. Why does it give me this option? We all know I'm going to misclick it. Kill the ranged assistant. Go to combat. Attack. Incoming concede. Can you sense it, not me? Can you sense it? That was the funniest resurrection I've ever seen. Not gonna lie, probably worth losing a match just to see my opponent resurrect a deranged assistant. Because you don't see this in the 2-0 queues, I will say. Fun fact, I have had a blue rare in every single one of my Ultimate Masters drafts. You learn something new every day, guys. I'm not going to use a Glenalendra on a sleight of hand. I'm going to save it for something more important. Like if he goes for another resurrection on a deranged assistant. That type of thing. The scary things, as they say. I actually have 11 damage for next turn. I'm just off. Do I want to let them draw 3 cards? No, that would be really stupid. I have a walking counterspell. That would not be a good play. Make sure you remember your good triggers. Oh my gosh! I'm given a chance at redemption, folks. I have dreamed of this moment my entire life. A chance to redeem myself for the sins of my past. Attack. Wild Mongrel. Discard. Basking Rootwalla. Trigger. Okay. Basking Rootwalla. Cast with Madness. I guess if you use your mouse for everything, it's harder to screw up. Because I'm just clicking 1 all the time. Make him blue, because blue is bay. That's such a bad phrase. Blue is bay. Okay, got him for 6. Discard forest. Blue. Discard forest. Blue. This is just so I can cast my guy while still holding up Glenalendra and Basking Rootwalla, and maybe casting thing twice. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. You use your mouse for everything and you still misclick. It's nice to know that someone can relate to my sorrow. It's also funny that the only way I lose in a match of UMA is by misclicking, but that's a tale for another day, I guess. He concedes! Champion. Oh, this was game 1. Wow, I was expecting a lot. I thought that was game 2. Weird. I'll take out Wicker Bow for Rune Snack. And run it back. Like that. There's just so many useless clicks. Like, Eternal Witness. Why is there a yes-no? Is there any situation where Eternal Witness being a yes matters? If you're playing Dredge and you want to play Eternal Witness, it's just like, ugh. Oh my gosh, that has happened to me, not me. Every time I play against a slow opponent, I'm like, oh my gosh, this guy's so slow. Or I'll just play the wrong land like a dummy. This is a keeper. Not the greatest, but we have another chance to prove our mastery. We have officially mastered the Basking Root Walla at this point. We will never mess up that card again. We will always succeed on our Basking Root Wallas. Also, we have drawn so many lands in this draft. We have 17 in our deck, and it feels like we always have all of our lands. It's weird. Very odd. So opponent playing their Esper Reanimator list. Ooh, the Mongrel. Mongrel, giving us a second chance. I am ready. My Mongrel is ready. I have been waiting for this moment my entire life. Ah, yes, Mongrel. It's probably best to just use it for friend. I don't really care about the lands. I'll just get the Basking Root Walla down. Basking Root Walla. Okay. Also, I like how the no button is also the button, like the same, like no should be number 4. I don't know why it like auto passes. Oh yes. Make him blue, because blue is Bay. It's probably technically correct to make him black. Opponent always tilted because I have Mongrel on turn 2. My boy Mongrel is OP. I'm not going to deny it. Frantic Search. Oh yes. Get rid of some of those landies. Get that Root Walla action going. I just want to keep the pressure on him. Hitting him for 5 is a good way to do that. Ah, their own Frantic Search. Do they have their own Root Walla? Just the wind. Ah, you monster. Shall they bounce my Mongrel? This is why I should not have pumped my Root Walla. Root Walla is laughing at me now. Root Walla is like, I knew I could make you make a mistake. Ah, the classic. So what I should have done there, for those people at home, is wait until... I guess it doesn't matter. He could have just done it as soon as I pumped it. Never mind. Root Walla is still laughing at me. Look at this guy. He's so smug. He's like, I am the most complicated 1-drop of all time. I will always make you screw up and look like a dummy. Look at me. I'm just sitting in the sunlight. Perfect, perfect me. Here, I am going to not pump. Yeah, I'm going to pump. I'm basking in the glow. Getting in for that extra damage. If I had a lot to be doing in my hand, I definitely wouldn't pump, but I literally have all lands and then I think twice. Like, I could draw a card, but 2 damage is pretty relevant. It's almost like drawing a card, 2 damage to the face. Vintage Staple. What vintage deck? Is it like... Oh yeah, it's in Dredge. Right. Duh. Root Walla. I mean, there's a reason he's in Vintage, because he's basically an orange popsicle that is just lying there melting on this branch. He's just basking in the sun and slowly melting. He looks like he's, quite frankly, a pink lizard that's wearing an orange lizard costume. Oh, survival, duh. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, survival of the fittest decks. He's like a pink lizard hiding in an orange lizard's skin. Like, you can see the little armhole that he's, like, arms are coming out of. He's, like, in the costume. He's, like, in the fake tanning place. What did my opponent do? He cast Mask of the Vampire. No, he Frantic Searched again. I like how my opponent has the same number of cards as me, because he has literally done nothing. Oh, he's treasure cruising. I respect it. He got nothing done, really. He's done nothing this game. Esper Control. Esper Control. Deranged assistant. Oh, my boy. He's back. He wants to be reanimated. Okay, that's really good draw. We will Rootwalla. Rootwalla. Attack. Think twice. Think twicing before you attack is good in case you draw another Rootwalla. That way you get through for an extra damage. But it does not matter here because we are in the land of lands. I like how we frantic search and literally just do two lands. So we've drawn 2 lands, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. Creeping Tar Pit, that's a good card. Try to cast your 6-drop opponent. Make my day. Oh, you think you can cast your Angel of Despair? Let me introduce you to something called Madness. It's maddening to cast this card. I feel like I'm going to accidentally counter itself. Oh, yes. Oh, and you're tapped out. Oh, no. Oh, no, opponent. This is 3, 4, 5. Exactly 9 damage. Oh, no. It's like I scripted it. Actually, I could have been 1 more damage with this thing twice. This is funny as hell, though. I'll discard a card. Look at this, opponent. I literally drew like 11 lands in the course of like 5 cards, and you still lost. Oh, he's wearing a banana. You're right. He's not an orange popsicle. Discard that card. Let's make him blue, because blue is bae. That's not a saying that's going to catch on. Exactly 9 damage, you say? Yes! This deck is so good! All you need is Blue Mongrels. Blue Mongrels sounds like the name of a bad country band. Like Bluegrass plus Mongrel. I don't know where the Mongrel came from, but it does sound like a country band. But in the end, it managed to get us the sweet, sweet 2-1 and could have gotten us more. But we messed up that one thing, which was kind of funny. So don't do that at home, kids. And viewers. I'm sure not all of you are kids. I'm sure a lot of you aren't kids. But anyway, this was the deck. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. Leave a comment. Let me know how you're liking Ultimate Masters in the comment section down below, especially Ultimate Masters content. I really want to help people get ready because I feel like a lot of people are drafting Ultimate Masters this coming Friday. So I want to make sure people are ready for that in their own drafts, know how a lot of the decks work. So this is a pretty good example of how Blue-Green Madness is supposed to work. Mongrel is the anti-flood. Makes it sound like the other, like oh, Mongrel is the anti-Jesus or whatever. But yeah, Wild Mongrel teaches you how to play dead. Jesus teaches you how to love one another. So I guess they both teach you stuff. But anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up, subscribe. And if you want to catch me streaming live, you can find me on twitch.tv/NicolaiBolas. There will be a link to that in the description down below. Thanks everybody who tuned in live. I really do appreciate it. It's a ton of fun here on the stream. So be sure to check that out. Hit that follow button there. But anyway, that's going to do it for the draft. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I made the misplay, but as I say, it happens to everyone. It's not a misplay. It's just a click. When you discard a Madness card, you should cast it, especially if it costs 0. You have no excuse. It's much easier to say that in paper than on Magic Online. On Magic Online, they try to mess you up on purpose. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you next time.